Hello and very warm welcome to RAFLIMTS. This is Farooq Hussain. In this hands-on video tutorial, we will learn how we can configure auto email notification in Koha library system or the SMTP server or the postfix in Koha library system. So here I'm going to use one of the oldest guide on Koha 21.05 on Ubuntu 20.04. So let me open my terminal by press Ctrl Alt T, and there we need to activate the admin mode by writing sudo so and the password of your Ubuntu system. Then we need to update our system. The very first thing you do before installing anything, you need to update your system. After the update, we are going to install the postfix, but let us know what is postfix. Postfix is actually one of the email transfer agent, or we can say email uh, uh, server or email services. So there are two email sent agent famous in most of the Linux distribution. One is sent mail, the another is postfix, and postfix is an open source email sent agent. So we are actually going to configure the email sent agent by postfix. So we are going to install postfix by writing this command sudo apt-get install postfix, and it will install the postfix on your Ubuntu system, and there it will ask you about the configuration of postfix. So initially by pressing tab we say OK, and then by pressing tab we will by arrow key we will select no configuration and OK, and then it will move on. It might take few time, so let us wait for that. Okay, done. So after the postfix, we need to copy the content of Debian configuration file to postfix main configuration file. See what command say, it's sudo copy from this directory usr share postfix main configuration file of Debian. The content actually we are copying etc postfix main configuration file. So what we are going to do, we are copying this file content and this file. So let me copy this, press enter. And then we need to install the simple authentication and security layers with modules. So we are going to create some security layers with our postfix mail server. So let me clear this, and we need to write this command. It's sudo apt get install lib sa SL 2 version 2. So what it say, the package was automatically installed and is no longer required. So it's already available with this package. So okay, done. So as I said, we are using one of the oldest guides, so it might be installed with new packages. So modules, and then we need to install this, or we may confirm that this certificate or the digital certificates is available there or not. So it's actually CA or certificate authority is an entity that issues digital certificates. So let me copy this and paste here. Oh, I paste the old command. Copy, copy. Okay, done. Okay, after the installation of security layers and digital certificates, we need to configure the postfix main configuration file. So here I'm going to use the Gmail as SMTP server. See, let me try to explain you what I'm going to do. So the relay server, that would be smtp.gmail.com, and the port that actually Gmail use, and the simple authentication and security layers authority enable yes, and it say SMTP simple authentication and security layer password would be mapped on this directory, I mean this file. So we will write some password there in this directory, and the SMTP simple authentication and security layer security option will be no anonymous. So we will add some email address there, and this it's a certificate file, and that certificate file would available on this directory, and the TLS is actually used. So we said yes. So let us add all these values in this file, that is the uh, main configuration file of postfix, and save this. Now let us add an email and the app password. Before this configuration, your Gmail for two-step verification. Okay, see what we need to do. We need to add our Gmail address. From the email address, the notification may go on, and the password. In prior setting, we actually add our Gmail password, and we activate the low security apps in Google setting. Now Google has changed this. So what we need to do, we need to activate the two-step verification in the Gmail, and when we activate that two-step verification in the Gmail, so we can create app password instead of your Gmail password. So let me open my Gmail address here. And what say two-step verification? So it has sent me the code on my uh, mobile number. So let me check the code here. Okay, I'm still waiting for this service. I think it's on the way. So I just request to resend. Okay, I received this. It's so here's my email address, and there we need to go in setting. Let me bigger the size so I'll show you. Okay, there we need to go in the manage your account Google account. So, and in security, see, you have to on this two-step verification, and you can add the app password. Let me repeat this again. What you need to do, the very first thing that I have already done, you need to activate this two-step verification. When it become on, so then you can generate app password for Postfix. When you click here app password, and it will ask you your password once again, so you need to provide that. See, I have generated this one, so let me delete this and I'll generate once again. In other, we need to provide what password we are going to create. It's Postfix, or you can add any name, whatever the app name. So generate, and what it say, let's see. Go to the setting of your Google account in the application or device you are trying to set up. Replace your password with 16-digit character shown above, just like your normal password. This app password grants complete access to your Gmail, I mean Google account. You wouldn't need to remember it, so don't write it down or share it with anyone. So this is the password. You need to copy this. Let me copy this and add here, and close this. Done. So it has created, and then let me open this file. So actually I'm going to create this file. So there I would add this line, save this, including the app password. You can see this. Here's my app password. Instead of my Gmail password, I'm using this password. And there I need to add my Gmail address. So it's my email address and the password. Save this and close this. Now I need to change the permission of files. Okay, so after this we will create the PIM file. For Ubuntu 16, you may use this command. For Ubuntu 18, you may use this command. For Ubuntu 20 or 20.04, you may use this command. So let me copy here and paste here. Not copying well. I don't. So it has created. Finally, we will restart our postfix. And we will enable the Koha Gmail enable library uh, or instance for the email of the notification. So our instance name is library. I mean the main database name is library in MySQL. So it has enabled. And after this, we need to open our Koha library system for some basic settings. So let me open my Koha library system. It's localhost and the super librarian credential, and then go to administration, Koha system preferences, global system preferences. Let me bigger this size. I don't. And select patterns. Here we have notices and notification. So we need to allow this one. By default, it's allowed, but if it is not allowed for any reason, so you need to allow this and you need to make it show, and then save this and go back to administration, and then patterns categories. And there, for example, you can select any patterns category, for example student. They are actually default categories, and make it sure that this is yes. Overdue notice is required, yes. By default it will no, and show. And in this portion, default messaging preferences for this patterns category would be yes, or you can select this digest. So it will item due, email, advance notices before 2 days, email, hold, item check in, item check out, and save this. Okay, so we did this. Now let us check either it's working or not. So what we have configured, let us check. Select one patterns from the student category. For example, this one. When we create patterns category, you need to activate these things. If you have not activate these preferences, messaging preferences, so you need to activate for every patterns if they are entered with your Koha system. And then what else we need to do? Category. Yes, we need to define the email address. Email address for this pattern. So in primary email, need to write an email address, and this is for example only. So let us check out some item. Let me search my catalog. Maybe some we have. I don't think so. We have some item here, but let us check. Oh, we have no item. So let me add one item here from Z39.50. It's import this one. What's wrong with my keyboard? Running automatically. Okay. Mm, so we have add this item. So barcode is this 000, 4 times 0 and 1. So let us check out this. I don't understand what's wrong with this. When I try to paste, check out this. So now this book has checkout, and let us see the notices. So it's pending now. It might take 5 to 10 minutes to send this email. So it's actually working. So it will take 5 to 10 minutes to send this email with different authentication server and the digital signature. So we will check this after the 5 to 10 minutes. So let us check this. So as you can see, this is now 2, and here we have one email. So this item has been checked out, and that's actually the book name. And thank you for visiting this library. And this is from Koha, the email address. So that we have set there. So here we can see. Let me refresh this so it will change the status. So it has sent. See, It was created on this time and it has sent on this time after almost 10 minutes. Uh, so that's all for today. We have configured the SMTP server or the advanced email notification. And what you can do, you can, to make this better, I mean, this email drafting better. So you need to go in the homes, I mean, home actually. Okay. So in tools you need to work, and there you can work on notices and slips and overdue notices and status trigger. So let me show you what you need to do. See, there are some default messages, so you can make them better. For example, for checkout, this one, added this one, and it has email, it has print, or if your library using print notices, so you can use this, or SMS. For SMS, you need to add some driver for some service. Okay, so you can better this message like there, and you can select the value from this bar. If you can see this, I'm sorry for this. This information is from Biblio and Biblio item borrowers. Okay, so you can use the first name, insert borrower first name, and surname. So it will write the borrower's name, the following books, the following item. So you can say item number or the barcode number. This one. So it will show the barcode number immediate after item, and the biblio title, and you can add biblio author as well if you want to, like by. Or you can add due date as well, like have been checked out with due date. So you can insert the due date here. Okay, and then this way you can actually work on this. So you can preview this. You did not specify data for preview. Okay, anyways. Okay, uh, let us save this. So this way you can actually modify these templates, and you can also do one thing, that is to trigger overdue notices and status. So there you can set up to 3 trigger: first, second, and third. So it will send 3 times messages from uh, as per your required letter, as per your required template. Okay. The delay and the letter format you need to select the email, SMS. If you configure SMS driver, so you can have this, you need to subscribe this service, or you can use some free service may be available, and there you can actually take the action to restrict the patterns over third trigger, over second trigger, or the first trigger. So this is what you can set. By default, the email will send to the patrons who actually check out, check in, and where we have actually overdue, what tick we have selected on the category, patrons category. So it will send the messages by default. And then you have to trigger them. So you can trigger up to 3, and you can use the templates over there. So we have configured Gmail as SMTP server in Koha library system with Koha 21.05 on Ubuntu 20.04. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. You're watching RAFLIMTS. This is Farooq Hussain.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.